This is embarrassing. I'm not even gonna start this video with a joke or anything. This is just embarrassing. The first Star Wars movie in almost 7 years. And more importantly, the first movie since this abomination.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Oh my God, bro.
And the worst part is they knew this wasn't going to be good because the trailers are avoiding showing a certain someone like the Plague, despite this character having the third most screen time. They only had the guts to show him in one of the trailers for less than 3 seconds. Yep, this is still the same Disney that made the sequel trilogy, still throwing a bunch of references from other stuff as an attempt to please the masses and fill out a story that they didn't have a reason to tell. And that's probably the most confusing part of this mess to me. Okay, maybe not the most confusing part, but this movie shows us nothing new. Grogu doesn't do anything that was as impressive as he did in Season 3 of Mando. The New Republic honestly still feels like the Rebel Alliance. All we see of them is a little base out in the middle of nowhere. Why are we displaying the new dominant faction like they're limited and hiding? There's so much else in this movie that you could just cut out. Why couldn't we see more of the New Republic? And the rest of the movie is cameos and filler. There isn't anything new here.
The old protect the young, and then the young protect the old.
Shut up, Pedro. Grogu's been protecting your ass since Season 1, especially in the rescue episode. I mean third act. That's another problem with this movie. This doesn't feel like a real movie. This feels like 3 episodes that could have come from Season 3, mushed together. And like, I know it's not that, because we have a reference of what that actually looks like in Moana 2, and this isn't as bad as that, but it still feels weird, and throws off the pacing and the tone completely. We go in so many different directions, juggling between all these different antagonists and objectives. It gets incredibly repetitive, and honestly a little tiring, and I can imagine it would be a lot worse on a rewatch. But I'm not gonna find out. Another interesting choice is how family friendly this movie is. The only things in this movie that can die are droids, slugs, and of course, stormtroopers. Now I'm not asking for Mr. Fantastic to start slicing off heads, but also there's a monster rampage scene in this. And instead of, oh I don't know, biting people or eating people or
Killing people.
the monsters just pick people up and throw them away. And then they go after another person and they pick them up and they throw them away. Why? Also, all the aliens in this movie speak English.
Are you scared? You should be.
They really just didn't try, huh? I was half expecting Embo to bust out a British accent. Anyway, it's time to talk about the side characters. Specifically this guy, Rodder the Hutt. This might be the most cursed character model I've ever seen in Star Wars. If you're still here, comment someone else more cursed looking than this. This is Rodder the Hutt, son of Jabba the Hutt. But Rodder is not like his father, he's his own man. I know this because Rodder subtly tells me this over and over and over again. And dear God, the dialogue in this movie sucks.
We missed him! He's under us!
Oh, you don't say. Also, like every alien in this movie, Rodder speaks English. And for some reason, they've given this jacked up slug a sexy man voice. Why did you give this giant commando rolling slug a sexy man voice? He's a Hutt. They already have a language. Some would say it's iconic to them. Just have him speak... Wait, what's their language called? Anyway, that's more than enough talk of Rodder the Hutt. He's now a part of the New Republic. I can't wait to see him in Season 2 of Ahsoka. Speaking of references, I mean characters, Zeb's here. Sometimes he looks good. Sigourney Weaver's character's here. She contributed nothing. I'm genuinely shocked about how little screen time she got. Zeb could have done everything she does as like the captain of this base. Grogu's goon squad were unnecessary and pointless. Hence why none of them have names. Embo was cool, but didn't get to do much. Martin Scorsese is a random alien in this. I don't know why. His character is related to another character that dies immediately in Solo. What an incredible character. Dumb and Dumber are back from the Book of Boba Fett, and they can also talk English, but only do sometimes, because they're evil. Also, that final fight was ass. We keep cutting away from a decent fight scene with Mando and Embo just to watch 3 giant slugs bang into each other. I couldn't even tell who was winning or who the good guy was. There is just so much in this movie that you could cut out. As cool as he is, Embo could not be in this movie and it wouldn't make a difference. You could have had those cool droids capture Mando, and if you don't think Mando would get taken down by droids, he gets taken out by a room of gas, so... Like I said earlier, the same goes for Sigourney Weaver's character, and Zeb. Either one of them could do what the other one does. You don't need both of them. As far as the positives go, there's some cute stuff near the end with Grogu. But going back to what I said earlier, what was the point of this movie? I thought going into this that the point was to show Grogu be more independent. And again, while the movie does do that near the end, it kinda gets ruined by the fact that during that part, Grogu doesn't even save Mando. This random glub shitto does. Why not just have Grogu take out the venom with the Force? It would have shown Grogu be fully independent, and you could still keep the Grogu being independent stuff while Mando recovers. The only reason that I can think for justifying this character is because he foreshadows an interesting point that this movie keeps bringing up. That being that Mando won't always be around to protect Grogu. Now this could be nothing, and just Disney's lazy way to make it seem like there are actually stakes in this movie, but also it could be Disney trying to move on from Mando. Pedro Pascal cost a lot of money to play a role that has his face covered, and he's also pretty busy being mid in the MCU. I reckon that there's a chance that we will see the end of Mando in the next project he's in, whatever that project may be. But also, I could be completely wrong, and this could just be Disney keeping their options open, because they have no idea what they're doing and don't have a plan. Anyway, going back to this movie, at least there's some stuff that made me laugh with the movie. Most of that stuff just being Grogu, which again, we've had 3 seasons of. And most of the time, I was just laughing at Rodder, his own man. I'm not like my family. Do you know how hard it is to be the son of Jabba? They do it for me because I'm not like my father. Did you know my dad is Jabba? I'm not like him because my name is Rodder, as opposed to Jabba. 4 out of 10. Can't wait to see Mando and Ahsoka crossover again. Hey, welcome to the end of the video. In this part, I remind you that you should like this video and subscribe to my channel, or else Rodder will find you and slime you out for the New Republic. Thanks for watching.